Welcome once again to Octane Mobile Gaming with yours truly, iOctane. So the event has started and it's a pretty rubbish event. Reason why I'm saying this is because the health of the bosses. Take for example this particular boss that I'm looking at. This world boss has still got 179 trillion health on it, and if you can see exactly where the health bar is. So let's take a look at some of the damage that people have been. So this person, I've done 5 attacks, and you can see damage that they've, the amount of work that they've put in. This person done 531 trillion damage. This one done 475 trillion. 3 attack for this one, 1 attack for that one, and it goes on. And you can see the type of damage that these players have actually been doing to this boss. If you notice, there isn't anybody who's actually tagged the boss, simply because if you tag the boss, you're not gonna get anything. So let's look at the trophy count. So the person who gets MVP gets 53 million trophies. Let's look at participation. So participation, you're gonna get 41,000 trophies, so it's not worth tagging the boss. If you get 5% damage, however, you're gonna get 9 million trophies. Now I've been fighting a lot of these bosses and I've just been able to get 5% damage. Rare, it's very rare when I get 10% damage with the decks that I've got, because the decks that I've got, it's not the event deck. I've got this one, which is an old Slayer deck. It's got Auspicious Defenders, which doesn't put out a lot of damage because I've not got the killer skill on this combination. And this one, the cards that does the most damage is the 2 main cards. Now I got 4 main cards, but I choose only to use 2, primarily because I have to use these 3 cards to generate my power gems. Now these 3 cards are going to generate the power gems, but my main card is not going to put out a lot of damage. So I'm not really doing the type of damage that I need to do to actually get much from the event. Now I've been playing the event for the last 5 hours and I still haven't able to pass 100 million trophies. So I haven't really collected much from the collection. I can't really see somebody like myself who hasn't got the deck really being able to complete the collection, because a lot of the time we depend on tagging bosses to actually build up our trophy counts, because we haven't really got the deck to take down the bigger bosses. So somebody else who's got the deck would be the ones that will take down the bigger bosses. As it stands, people like myself are left behind. I mean, I spent lots of gems yesterday, lots and lots of gems. You saw the videos. I spent so much of my gems trying to actually get something from the vault. I even went into the 500 gem vault yesterday, still didn't get anything from it, and I just got fed up and said, that's it, not gonna be bothered. I'm just gonna use what I have to get what I want. I've been trying to use what I have to get what I want, but I'm not even getting what I want because the bosses are too strong. The only bosses I'm really able to take down is the guild bosses, so I'm gonna spend most of the event just taking down guild bosses, which is not really that rewarding. So let's look at this deck against a guild boss. Let's use 3 keys, and it works rather well, but just well enough to take down guild bosses. It's not good enough to actually take down the big bosses because their health is just too high. However, I've seen the full deck in action because my wife has got the full deck in her account. She's got 3 Master Collection cards, 2 Ultra Rare, and a 2 Pink Star Ultimate form. And she's still having difficulties taking down the bosses. She's doing like 5 to 6 attacks using 9 keys. So she's using like 45 keys, some ridiculous amount of keys she's using to actually take down the boss, and not by herself. You got like 15 to 20 people fighting the same boss, and they're all doing like 3, 4, 5 attacks using 9 keys. So you're using ridiculous amount of keys to try to take down a boss. The boss are so difficult to take down. Then if you haven't got the card to dispel, weaken, or gem silence, you're just not gonna really do much in way of taking down those bosses, which is making the event quite boring because it's laborsome. It's just frustrating because at the moment I'm frustrated. I'm doing the video, but I don't think I'm gonna play any more of the event. I think that's it for me with this event. I'll see what they do next week on next week event. I'll see what they even do to this event, if they're gonna change the health of the bosses, because the health on these bosses are just too strong. The deck is not strong enough to take out these bosses with 2 attack. The bosses are too strong. It's broken. That's why I said I wanted to see exactly how this prestige thing was gonna work, because I'm not really a fan of prestige, and I think this is garbage. It's absolutely rubbish. They need to remove the prestige once more. Take it back to where it was the last event. We'll work with that. They can make tweaks, but this one is just garbage. The last time I saw something like this was just before 3.0 was released, where you had your deck, but your deck couldn't really do much against the bosses. Their health was too high. Then 3.0 came out, we got ultimate forms, we got killer skill, and we were once again able to do massive damage against the bosses. However, the cards before Generation 2 cards became obsolete. They didn't have any place in the game. They still haven't got any place in the game. We used to have Reforge. I haven't heard anything about Reforge for over a year, so Generation 2 cards are just absolutely useless. It was absolutely pointless spending any time and money collecting these cards. Again, since I call it 3.1, because it's not 3.0, since the new type of decks came out, which haven't got the ultimate gems on them. The previous ultimate forms placed within the game is just generating the kill skill or power gems. They can't really do much in the way of damage. So again, those became obsolete. Now we're going into a new era. So these cards that we've collected since December are probably going to become obsolete once more. So we need to collect new cards. And this is the reason why I'm becoming a bit frustrated with this game. This game is, for some people, a money pit. For me, it's not really a money pit, because I'm not gonna throw a lot of money in this game, because I see what this game is like. You collect a set of cards, they become obsolete. You collect another set of cards, they become obsolete. So all that money that you've spent is just going down the tubes, it's just going on the toilet. So it's absolutely pointless. This event is absolutely pointless for me. So possible deck combination. That's the only possible 2 deck combination that I've got. This one, which uses Ironclad Sentinel, 2 copies of that. It uses Combat Ready Crew to generate power gems. It uses Auspicious Defenders. You could use another card in combination with Combat Ready Crew, or you can just use any Ultimate Form or any Master Collection card, or any card that's gonna give you quite a bit of power gem that you can actually deal a bit of damage. As I said, you're not going to deal a lot of damage against these bosses, so for me it's absolutely pointless to continue. Even if I had the full deck, I wouldn't continue, because my wife has stopped playing the game because she's saying the bosses are too strong, and she's got the full deck. So why should I continue? This video shouldn't really be about moaning. It should be exciting, because the deck it's a really nice deck. Really like the like the mechanics, but the event is just not what I wanted it to be. It's not what I actually expect it to be, especially for a time like now when a lot of us are at home. And if you are a fan of Legendary Game of Hero, as I am, you were looking forward today to actually play the event for the next 5 days, just to keep your mind a bit occupied. But I can't really play this, so it's back to Netflix. And hope you guys have got better luck and a different point of view of the event than I do. But that's it from me. Can't really show you much, because there's not much that I can actually show you with the current state of the game. So sorry about that, really sorry about that. So I'm not even gonna ask you to like the video, because I wasn't gonna make the video anyway, but because I said I was gonna do possible deck combination, which this really isn't possible deck combination, because there's no combination that I've actually got in my my collection that I could put together that can actually take down any of these bosses. So sorry about that. So enjoy the rest of your day. Peace. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Bye for now.